What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for watching. So our very mentally stable president recently made some comments that gave all of us in the gun community a pretty good laugh. Shocking, I know. But this time he took it a little bit further than usual even and said a 9mm handgun, the most common handgun caliber in the world, would blow a human lung right out of the body. Yeah, so most of us realize this was probably inaccurate, but the truth is, I've never been shot in the lung, or anywhere for that matter, thank God. So I really don't know what it would do, but today, we're gonna find out. So to test old Lunchbox Joe's human lung theory, we are gonna use a human torso from Ballistic Dummy Lab. So we've shot these once or twice in the past, and they are by far my favorite targets to shoot. They're just so realistic. So if you look up close, you can see we've got pretty much all the organs you would find in a real human body. We have intestines, spleen, liver, stomach, heart, of course the lungs, which will be a big part of today's video, rib cage, collarbones, and then around on the back, we have spinal cord, ribs, shoulder blades, just very anatomically correct. And these have to be the most realistic things you could use to see what guns would do in self-defense. So, can you blow someone's lung out simply by shooting them with a 9mm pistol? Let's find out. But before we get started, guys, I want to thank USCCA for supporting the channel and sponsoring today's video. So we're talking about self-defense today, as we do quite a bit on this channel, and God forbid you ever have to actually use a firearm to defend your life. USCCA is there to help you prepare for what happens before, during, and after an act of lawful self-defense. USCCA members get life-saving education, expert training, and self-defense liability insurance, because the last thing you want to worry about after a situation like this are the legal troubles that are soon to follow. These benefits provide more than 500,000 USCCA members with the peace of mind that they deserve. Plus, a USCCA membership is always risk-free with their 100% money-back bulletproof guarantee. So don't wait until it's too late and wish you would have done this sooner. Check the link in the description box below to explore all the benefits you get with a USCCA membership. And again, a big thank you to USCCA for sponsoring the video. I really appreciate it. All right, so usually we would start small and work our way up, but today I'm just gonna go straight to the 9mm pistol, since this is the main caliber in question. The round we're shooting is a 9mm hollow point, since these are usually what people carry for self-defense, and we're shooting it out of the Gen 5 Glock 19. Y'all better get ready, because this lung is fixing to fly all the way over that hill. Huh, it didn't fly out of the body. That's weird. Well, I'm kind of confused. I thought that lung would just fly 50 yards that way because the president said that's what would happen, and you know, he's got a lot of responsibility, and I didn't think he would lie to everyone, but it definitely didn't fly out of the body. So you can see we've got an entrance hole right there, and I can actually see where the bullet started expanding almost immediately. Looks like it broke a rib, got some bone fragments in there, and of course some blood dripping down onto the ground. If you go around to the back, there is a tiny, and I mean tiny, little exit hole back there. It didn't even break a rib coming out the back, and that lung did not move an inch. It's still exactly where it started. And this is ballistics gel, so this is, you know, not nearly as tough as real skin would be, and we still didn't lose a lung. All right, so the 9mm definitely did not blow a human lung out, but maybe he was just confused with a more powerful handgun caliber like the .44 Magnum. So this is one of the most powerful handgun calibers that people carry or use for self-defense, and we're gonna shoot this out of the mare's leg, which has a much longer barrel than most .44 Magnum revolvers. So if anything can give it the juice it needs to blow organs out of that thing, it would be this. We'll go ahead and put this one a little bit lower, save that other lung. Well, it was a little messier, but it still didn't blow any organs out. And that looks like a direct hit on the stomach, I believe. I'm not a doctor, but I think that is the stomach. You can see we got a much bigger entrance hole than the 9mm and made a little mess. Make no mistake, these are both really good self-defense hits, but we're not getting anything to fly out like I thought we would. So if we go around to the back, once again, we have a very small exit hole. That one does have a bigger wound cavity. You can see it coming from front to back, and it doesn't look like that one broke any ribs on the backside either. So very impressive, but still nothing's left the torso yet. All right, y'all. Well, I am sick and tired of people saying Joe doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to guns. I mean, we've all heard about his fights with Corn Pop back in the day, and you know, he's a real self-defense expert. So I think he misspoke and said 9mm when he meant to say 500 Magnum. I mean, they sound pretty similar. So yes, this is the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum revolver, one of the most powerful production handgun calibers in the world and the biggest, most powerful handgun that I own. So the bullet we're gonna shoot is the 625 grain Grand Canyon hollow point. Other than the 700 grain T-Rex, this is the biggest bullet that I have, but the T-Rex isn't a hollow point, so I actually think this would probably do more damage. I'm not gonna lie, I don't shoot this very often because, well, I hate it, and I need to hold my slow-mo remote in my left hand, so we're going one-handed. Now I'm gonna go for the left lung so we can see if this will blow it out, and hope I don't miss because I usually flinch pretty bad. It's almost less painful to shoot it one-handed than it is with two. That's weird. It didn't even go all the way through. Oh my gosh. And on this one we have a very big, impressive entrance hole right there. It looks like it went straight through one of the ribs. Obviously broke that one, but if you look over here, you can actually see that it broke every single rib in the rib cage all the way down to the bottom. So it, you know, clearly did enough damage and dumped enough energy that it broke the ribs surrounding that lung. I really wish I could open this up and see what it looks like on the inside, because I bet it's impressive. And then if you come around here, nothing actually came all the way through. We do have a couple big fragments right there that are pretty close, and I can see a couple others inside the lung. But either way, really no pass-throughs, and that hollow point stayed in the body. So even that one, although it did do a ton of damage and, you know, broke the ribs, didn't throw the lung out of the body. So it looks like I might have to concede to the fact that old Joe was wrong on this one. Even a 500 Magnum revolver, one of the most powerful handguns in the entire world, will not blow a human lung out of the body. Who would have thought? Well, we dispelled the lung theory, but we still have some of this torso left, and I can't waste it. So we're gonna go ahead and try a couple more 500 Magnums. These are the 500 grain Hornady XTP, and they are a lead flat nose bullet. So not a hollow point, but still designed to expand and break apart. But they might get a little more penetration than the last one did. We've got two of them in here. Make sure my ear pro's on all the way, because this thing is loud. Let's try for the intestines down there on the bottom. It hurts, but it's fun. I'm not gonna lie. And both of those were perfect hits as well. I'm only 5 yards away. It'd be kind of embarrassing if I missed, but the first one went in right there, and we can actually kind of see inside of it. That's pretty cool. And the second one went in down here. And there's actually a huge wound cavity that I just noticed. I hope you guys can see it. I don't know if you can, but it's like the size of a baseball, where that bullet started expanding almost immediately, and then it shifted all that stuff on the inside towards the back as it was passing through. And you can see that one did come out the other side, and the first one did as well. It came out right there, and it actually put a huge laceration right up its back, probably 4 or 5 inches. I assume that's from the entire rib cage shifting towards the back as that bullet went through, and just put a big old cut in that thing. But both of those 500 Magnums did pass all the way through. So pretty different results from the first one that we shot, but any way you look at it, the 500 Magnum is extremely powerful and would absolutely do the job for self-defense. No matter where you hit, it just kind of destroys everything. So pretty impressive. So one thing I want to say before we wrap this video up is when people describe bullets or firearms doing damage as a bad thing or as a reason to get rid of them, kind of like the president did with the 9mm thing, that's literally what they're designed to do. It's why they're such good self-defense tools and why they will stop evil people from committing evil acts if you place the shots correctly. Yes, they do damage, and that's why you want more good guys to have them. That simple. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to give old Lunchbox Joe the benefit of the doubt, but it looks like he was way off on this one. Even the 500 Magnum did not blow the lung out of the body, and that's the most powerful handgun I own by far. Again, I want to thank USCCA for sponsoring today's video. As you all know, this channel is extremely cringy, so the ad revenue isn't quite as high as some of the other channels out there, and sponsors really help to support and pay for videos like this, because if you don't know, these torsos are very expensive and I do have to pay for them. My only goal with the sponsorships is to make the best videos that I possibly can for all of you guys, and companies like USCCA really help us do that when they support the channel. So again, a big thank you to them. If you guys liked this video, please let me know down in the comments below. As always, hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.